away your gay.
Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Dark MAGA Podcast, the only podcast with the most base takes you could think of. Today on the show, we have Tucker Carlson. Tucker, what are we talking about today? Kamala Harris. She's a black woman. You know who else is a black woman? Michelle Obama. Is Kamala Harris Michelle Obama? Does she have a penis? Does Barack Obama suck it? More. At 7.
You know, I thought you were going to be
Just
way
kidding,
more...
it's Northwest Trenches. Gotcha.
I thought you were going to be way
Gotcha.
more controversial to start the pod. I did not watch any of the debate that was the other day.
I watched most of it, actually. My little flex.
Okay. I straight up ignored it and played Mafia 3 the entire time.
It was honestly a pretty debate, if I'm being honest. Kamala Harris was just annoying the entire time, and Donald Trump was, I think I've said it before, he just doesn't have it anymore. He's not as funny as he used to be, but it was funny in a way where I could laugh at him instead of laughing alongside him, you know, just like, I don't know, just some of his outrageous claims were just really funny, just... like he was just like unhinged. Like a lot of people say he's unhinged, but he was like psycho unhinged on that debate, dude. Like I think he cut off Kamala Harris at one point to say they're eating the cats and dogs, and oh my god,
I have no opinion on the matter. I straight up ignored it, and I was in the middle of taking down a very impressive mafioso, a Don, you could say, in Mafia 3.
Don Siglavino, Don Succapussy.
Yeah, it's Sal Marcano or whatever. I was wrecking his whole entire bloodline. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Trump's kind of like Sal Marcano. He like lives in Mar-a-Lago or whatever, and like Marcano, he kind of has his own Mar-a-Lago that you raid at the end of the game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It's a casino, but I do know what you're getting at.
I think the Mar-a-Lago is a casino, is it not? Can't you gamble at the Mar-a-Lago?
I just thought it was a nice little like house he lived at, like a mansion.
That's a golf course. You could go play golf at the Mar-a-Lago if you have the money.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure there's shit going on at the Mar-a-Lago, though. I don't know. I thought you could gamble there. That seems like a good place to gamble.
I bet they still say the N-word openly over there.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure somebody has. No, I just want to give a very important opinion on the debate real quick. Like I said, Kamala was annoying. Trump was just like acting like a crazy person. One thing I didn't like though, the moderators, anytime Trump would just lie, they'd correct him, but like Kamala Harris made like a ton of lies that were easily verifiable, and just nothing. Like she said, one of the things she said specifically that I was like, okay, that's it. There's like, why aren't they saying anything? Is when she said, under this administration, there is not a single U.S. troop in a combat zone anywhere in the world, which is a flat out lie. Because I know a guy who's been to Syria, got shot at in Syria, had missiles shot at him. I know another guy that went to Iraq and was shot at in Iraq. And like literally earlier this year, it was like 2 dudes and a chick from the Georgia National Guard got blown up in a missile strike. But they're not in a combat zone, right? You know, this administration is great. Yeah, I don't know, and just like the whole like Haitians are eating dogs and cats thing in like Springfield, Ohio. That I feel like that is happening to at least some extent, maybe not the grandiose extent you see in the media, but like because Haitians back in Haiti will do that. They'll eat cats. I'm pretty sure I've heard claims that they farm cats for food in Haiti because
Hmm.
there's just nothing to eat. And on top of that, there is so little food there. They started fucking eating people.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell me cats are like not on the menu and dogs and like the local like wildlife and shit. Uh, and like going even further than that, maybe some Haitians they tried cat once and they're like, dog, this is the next caviar.
Hmm.
I mean, like a well seasoned cat leg. Oh my god, it's my favorite fucking food.
Oh man.
And you know,
Oh.
imagine going to another country. Like, what's your favorite food? Ulterior. What is your favorite food if you had to pick one?
I would say like hmm. I'm okay with a typical burger. I'm a burger
Yeah.
boy.
Well, imagine you move to fucking India. We're eating beef. I think. Is it beef? Yeah. Where you move to a part of India where eating beef is outlawed, and you can't have a fucking burger. Well, I tell you what, country boys make do. Am I wrong?
Well, over in India, they probably have some interesting delectables too, I would assume.
Yeah, but like you can't eat a burger, you're going to go to jail.
True. I'm saying
Your favorite
like
food.
I think I've heard stories of people having like iguana there.
Yeah, isn't that they have iguana bits in Fallout, which is kind of weird because iguanas aren't native to America. But anyhow, the whole thing I'm saying is it's like just from what I've heard from like the fucking people that live in Springfield, Ohio, which is a rundown area, by the way. It's a very poor community.
Are you
so
sure
there's
it's
going
not
to
where
be,
The Simpsons is located?
that would be crazy.
I think it's
Yeah, dude.
Springfield,
They get
Illinois, but still.
Dude, Bart Simpson is actually the one perpetuating this whole Haitians eat dogs and cats thing.
We need to get rid of this guy. He ate a cat. I saw him eat a cat.
That's his ultimate
Mr.
prank.
Skinner. I saw him eat a cat.
Yeah, and everybody just believes him. It's Bart. No, I don't think it's out of the realm of the possibility that these fucking Haitians are eating just animals that we don't normally eat. And one more thing, just to cap off the Springfield, Ohio thing. Where are the Chinese right now? I thought eating cats and dogs was their thing this whole time. And why aren't the Chinese protesting this? I mean, they had like that's like one of their big stereotypes. And you're telling me the Chinese got fucked on the railroads. They get fucked whenever they go to Chinatown in any city in this country. Now they're being fucked on their own stereotypes.
They got fucking internment camps.
Yeah, and on top of that, actually, no, there's a whole thing too with Haitians being bad drivers and causing car accidents. That's another thing they're culturally appropriating from the Chinese. Like, that was meant to be a joke.
Yes. I just think the current state of this conversation about the man who was caught eating a cat in such a way is that he most likely didn't do it privately. Like, he probably tossed it on his grill in his backyard and just didn't care. So
yeah, I've heard rumors and stories from locals just watching shit from Springfield, Ohio, which, by the way, this is an Ohio centric podcast. We have it in the logo. I mean, this might as well be a talking point since, you know, swag like Ohio or whatever, that cringe ass shit. But no, I guess the Haitians there are allegedly just making stews, and nobody knows what's in the stew. They're just like throwing shit in there and just like, this looks like a very good stew. I am going to throw cat in this stew and the duck in this stew. And we are going to make this stew. So, yeah, I don't know. The Chinese need to be coming out full force, man. Like picketing the whole town. You can't steal. We don't like our stereotype, but they steal our stereotype. The Haitians are steal this from us.
I'm gonna try to get out of this this point here, but
I'm gonna lock the doors on you. How about I lock the doors on you? We can talk about this the whole show.
I am going to relate this to Mafia 3 because there are Haitians in Mafia 3.
Damn, that's a good point. Did you see any cats
There
or
are
anything
cats in
around
Mafia
them?
3. There's like 2 cutscenes, I think, that I remember having cats in them.
Are people open smoking around the cats inside?
Yeah. Yeah. Shortening their lifespan with the cat. Just chilling. Hell yeah.
That's so funny.
I just got like a random itch after learning about the next Mafia game to replay Mafia 3.
The old
And
country.
I've unironically started working on all the DLCs for it too. And
Yeah.
it is such a good game.
I forgot there were DLCs for that.
Even though it's like mad ugly and it like blurs out parts of the face when it's zoomed in and shit, it's still a pretty good game. There's some weird like pop-in stuff. I had one time where I was chasing this truck and then another truck somersaulted across the screen like a fucking dust ball. I was like, hell yeah. Game of the year. Game of the year quality here. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to think if anything funny happened. I don't think anything funny happened this week. Oh, actually, no. I woke up this morning because my work schedule as it stands currently is like I go in like 8 to 2 for like Monday through Thursday. Then Friday I go 6 to 2.
Ooh.
So like I forgot that I was waking up at 6 this morning, or I was waking up at 5 this morning so I could be in at 6. And it was like 11 o'clock. I had gotten off school and I was like, oh fuck, I gotta be up early tomorrow. Like, fuck, dude. So I like made myself go to bed and I woke up like really groggy and I was like, immediately I'm like, I gotta wake myself up somehow. And the first thing I thought of was this video of this like black chick, and she was in London with like a bunch of her girlfriends, and she was walking around like I think Big Ben might have been in the background of the video, and like she's just like talking to the camera and she's like, I'm in London trying to get my coochie ate. Trying to get my coochie ate.
Fuck yeah.
And like just like in public there's people around her, but she's like yelling at the top of her lungs like a really, which is a really weird flex by the way, to like say something like that. But that's how I fucking woke up this morning. Is the first thing the second thing I thought of was, I need to get my coochie ate.
Hell yeah.
In London. I need my coochie ate.
I've been
so that's my day.
I've been unironically following this dude who has like 3 chocolate Labradors. And every time he opens up the gate and he goes, "Oh, Drakey Poo, you're my favorite little doggo," it just wakes me up internally. I'm like, yes, I'm ready for the day. I needed this. And it's always just the big head dog just wagging his tail and
big
being
head
happy.
Oh, that dog, big head ass dog, man. Look at that dog. He's big
stupid
head ass
dog, bro. This dog got big ass head. What the fuck?
Yeah, the dog has a bigger dick than the owner, and he's like, "Oh man, that dog got a big ass dick, bigger than mine. Oh my god. Oh man, hold up. Let me get. What's a non-racist black name I can use? Let me get Michael on FaceTime. Yo, Michael, check out this dog dick, man. This dog dick massive." Just showing him in detail his dog's penis.
Outside of that, there was a OTK event. OTK
An O.J. Simpson event.
OTK stands for One True King, and it's a bunch of nerdy World of Warcraft type people. They had a event of a murder at the mansion.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I watched highlights from that the other day.
The We Was Kangs event.
There's something weird about OTK because it's a bunch of like incels that are all grouped up as like a friend group.
Like us. Oh my god, they're us, dude. They're literally us. Oh my god, I've never felt so seen before.
And
just kidding.
But yeah, they're not really good when it comes to like chemistry stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like it just depends on the
Oh,
person too.
they're not like incels. They're just like socially retarded,
Yeah, in
basically.
a way, in a way. This lady that's part of their group, her name's Emiru on Twitch.television is where this was. And she got super fucking drunk. And she had like a 180 character switch. Like she went from being the nicest, kindest lady to just being an asshole the entire stream.
Just being
and I was like, what is happening? What? Where did this come from? Is this real? Is this how she actually is?
Oh my god.
It was fucking crazy. She was like,
wow.
she was getting mad at the soy guy that's a part of their group, and she was like, yeah, you fucking pussy. I dare you. I fucking dare you. She was like getting so frustrated.
And she was fucking like, straight up mogging.
That's funny. That's crazy.
She was mogging a sub-5 male with negative cantle tilt.
In a way. Yeah, basically. In a way.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of when Letty first started being crazy in Fish Tank Season 1. It was the same vibe, but I was not expecting it at all. And I was just like, oh shit.
Did you see the one clip from when they were doing like it was after Blood Games ended and they were doing the cell, but they hadn't started Bitch Tank yet. Have you seen the clip where Letty and Nifty are in the same room together and Letty's just mogging the fuck out of her and like asking Nifty like different questions about Jimmy?
Hell
and
yeah.
Like, have you seen that clip?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking, literally, it's funny you brought up Letty, because I was literally thinking about the part of that clip today where she's like, fuck, marry, kill, normal Jimmy, violent Jimmy, or toddler Jimmy.
Hell yeah.
And people say women can't be funny. That's some bullshit. Letty's fucking hilarious. She'd be fun to get on the show. She'd probably just fucking annihilate us. But
yeah, she would just
still be fun.
Roll us over real quick, man. It would be like 10 minutes of us talking and then her the rest of the time.
Yeah, well, she'd be like breaking down everything we say, what's wrong with it, and then why we're retarded or some shit. Like,
yeah. She would say the soft A, and she'd be like, don't say that again or I'm leaving.
Not even that. It's like she would just ice queen us and just like fucking just the roast she would give out would be catastrophic to our psyche. But I would like to get her on the show.
Along with this murder at the mansion thing, the only reason why I bring up the chemistry issue, right, is because there used to be a different guy on there as a part of the group, and he got in trouble. His name was Rich Campbell. And
Did
Rich
he rape?
Campbell. It's kind of close. But that guy used to have chemistry with another guy on there named Sear. So him and Sear would be the jokesters, right? And then that guy got removed because of, well, what you just mentioned, pretty much.
Being a rapist.
Allegedly. And then they add in Will Neff, who is this popular, charismatic guy, to like kind of fill that hole. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can kind of tell that Sear doesn't want to do it.
Whoa. They added him in to fill the other guy's hole, presumably with his cum.
In a way.
OT gay more like. OT gay more like.
But
fire, dude.
But it's weird, right? Because they're trying to like recapture the magic of those two guys with Will Neff and Sear. And Sear doesn't want to be there, essentially. He's like, I'm hosting this event, but I don't want to do shit with Will Neff. I don't like him, or some weird shit. There's like weird vibes between the two. The entire like highlight video. I don't know if whoever made the highlight video noticed that they made them look weird, but it was pretty weird.
It sounds like a situation where it's like, your mom like takes you over to her friend's house, and you're like, "Oh, here's her son, Peter. You have to be his friend for the day." And Peter's just like into killing he's on his fifth hamster because he killed the other four, like type shit. That's kind of seems like what you're describing. Like they're kind of forced to be friends.
It's kind of the same thing with Mizkif and literally anybody in that group, because Mizkif got in trouble for covering up something similar to the guy that got thrown out. Allegedly. So everybody is kind of like spacey towards him too. It's real like, ugh. It's like a funk to it that you don't really want to see, but it's there,
Yeah.
And I mostly
like
watch
herpes on your penis.
Yeah, in a way. I mostly watch OTK now for NMP LOL and Soda Poppin'. And that's it. I don't really care about any of the any members besides those two right now. So it's really weird, right, that Soda Poppin' doesn't even include himself in half of the events they do as a group.
Probably because everybody else is fucking weird.
I guess.
From the sounds of it, that just seems to be what's going on.
Like
that's my take.
I think the vibes are just too strange at the moment for that whole group, where they might like disband the group by the end of the year. Like, I'm not for certain. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But it could happen. What even is that jar? Oh my gosh.
It's like old smoky moonshine,
okay.
But it's leaking. Can I get a paper towel real quick to police this?
Sure.
It leaked on my pants and it's going to fucking calcify on there some shit. Fucking bullshit. I'll be back real quick. You can cut this out if you want, or you can talk to the audience and whisper sweet nothings into their ear.
Yes. I might ramble about OTK some more. Mostly because I used to really care about OTK, especially when it first started. And then there was more and more drama for that group over time. And it really bothered me in that way. Because I was supportive of those people, and now I can't be that supportive to those people. Yeah, it's one of those. Alrighty.
And we're back, folks.
Oh man, I can't wait for the next weekend full of football, where they only kick the ball like 10% of the time. Oh man, I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun.
I can't wait for next weekend because I have a wedding to go to that I plan on getting drunk at, and then I have I'm going to see Megadeth on that next Sunday, and I think that'll be a great time. Taking my cousin Nick with me. Shout out Nick, viewer of the show, dedicated fan of the show.
Okay.
But yeah, and we get to. I shelled out extra money, for which was $350 extra on top of like $60 tickets, so I could meet Dave Mustaine. And my cousin and I are going to get to meet Dave Mustaine, the lead singer and guitar player. He's one of my music idols.
Hell yeah.
I'm very excited for that shit, dude. You have no idea. I feel like my fight or flight is going to kick in when I see the guy. I'm not going to know what to say.
I'm just going to bring up for the football thing that I rambled about real quick. Tomorrow, Ohio State plays. If you're an Ohio State fan, they do play tomorrow. I do not remember which team, however, because I am dumb. Or at least I don't keep track of it. So hold on. I'm straight up searching Ohio State football real quick. They are facing Marshall this weekend or maybe on a bye, actually.
Yeah.
They might be on a bye already. That's weird. Why would they put a bye on like the third week?
They're even a discount?
I don't think so.
That's fucking bullshit. Third week bye.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
It's like,
Um,
what's the point of it? Why would you make it so early? I would have a bye on like week 7 if I was a college team. I wouldn't put it third week. It breaks the momentum. It makes your guys less trained over time because you're not having them train most of that week. It's like a half-week training period. You need that time to build and build and build and improve. So to have like a third week bye, it's like, what's even the point of it? You know?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about that whole thing, but it sounds similar to the math test I had to take yesterday at trade school. I didn't feel like I had
hell
nearly
yeah.
enough time to prepare for it. I did pass it. Uh,
Did they have what's 9 plus 10?
No, which was fucking bullshit. They didn't have what is 420 divided by 69, do long division on it. Like it was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I had to do I actually had to do long division for it, and I asked Jordan to refresh me on how to do long division because I did not remember how to do it at all. And I was like, "Hey, can you give me an example question to work out on my own?" And he was like, "Yeah." So he gave me like, I think it was, well, the number was 42069, and I forget what it was divided by, but I just thought it was funny how he knew that I would find that hilarious. That was like one of the few times math was ever fun for me. But no, that kind of, just from what I gather, kind of sounds similar.
I'm just saying, like, consistency, even though you don't like to hear it, is key in sports and in many practices.
Yeah.
So for a team to have a bye so quick into the season is kind of like they're giving up immediately to me. I'd rather have a team have like 6-7 games under their belt before a bye. And maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Is that what's like? What is the average amount of games before a bye comes in? Also, what is a bye?
A bye,
like I know what a bisexual is, but like
a bye week is literally a week where you just don't play. You just sit at home and chill, or in your dorm and chill.
Yeah.
But if you do that, then you're losing the momentum and the training and the practice and the mindset of, I need to get better, I need to do better, I need to improve, because you're not there physically doing so. You are in your house, literally just watching other teams play, going, I should have fucking played this week, this is bullshit, instead of playing. You know?
I don't know if that's completely true. I mean, there needs to be like a recharge period because there's a guy, like one of the few like fitness weightlifting channels I actually watch. I only watch like literally pretty much only one guy. It's Dr. Mike Israetel, and he made a video 2 or 3 weeks ago where he talked about like if you lift, like if you're like serious about lifting, you lift like all year. And like, you know, you do a lot of strength training and stuff. There are times where it would behoove you to take like a month off, literally a month off of weightlifting.
You're
and
saying like
you'll
a
lose
decompress period?
Yeah, and you'll lose some muscle mass, yes. Like absolutely you'll lose some muscle mass. But when you go back to the gym and you start hitting the weights, you start, you know, doing whatever you got to do, overall you'll get a better pump. You know, you'll have motivation to be like, okay, I'm gonna get back to where I was. And then I also have the energy, the mental energy, to actually like continue to do that and like be more motivated overall to go in the gym, lift hella weight, and try and get big, essentially. So I personally, just the way you described it, at least, I don't think that's such a bad thing. However, you said that they were doing it early in the season. Like, how many games have they had? And they're doing a bye?
Only been like 2 games.
Yeah, they don't need to do that shit after 2 games. I don't think so. I mean, I'm not a football guy,
4, like a month in, get a relaxer period.
Yeah. Will they do multiple buys in a season
Well, for college they do, but not
for
for
college?
professional. Professional
Okay.
football, I think the earliest week is week 5, and the
Yeah.
latest week is week like 13 area
Okay.
for a bye.
I mean, if they're doing multiple buys, I feel like doing it early. You're absolutely right. I feel like that would kind of,
Stifle.
yeah, stifle it, and like they'll lose their momentum, like you said. Because like I've been serious about the gym off and on.
Mm-hmm.
However, if I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a month off and relax my muscles after I've been working out for pretty much like I've been serious about the gym for like a week and a half, that would do nothing but hinder me.
Yeah.
Like I haven't even gotten into the swing of things. I haven't even gotten to a level to where like I feel confident in what I'm doing 100%, like all that type of shit. Yeah, I feel like doing it early on for college ball is probably kind of stupid, but
Like,
that's just my opinion.
I know it is a interesting time period for sports because there might be an 18th NFL game in the schedule next year or the year after. But
Is that like one more than there normally is?
yeah,
I watch a lot of NFL
a
or
couple
sports in general.
a couple years ago there used to be just 16 games, and then they added a 17th game, and now they're
Yeah.
thinking of adding an 18th game. But I feel like if it goes up to 18, they would need 2 bye weeks for professional football.
Sure.
So they would have to start in August, like late August, and have 2 byes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if every team should have the same byes, because that's not what they do right now. It's like 3 to 6 teams every week or two in that span of week 5 to week 13.
That makes sense to me just logically, I guess.
Yeah, like they're trying to make it so that it's even numbers all the time when it comes to the amount of teams have a bye, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if everybody has a universal bye week, let's say like week 7 and week 13, somewhere like that, and split it off and have them take a break. And then I think that would work as a double bye schedule. You would have 20 weeks of regular season football with 2 bye weeks where everybody can relax and theorize, oh, who's getting traded where during the first one. And during the second one, they can go, who's going to the playoffs? Oh, for a whole week,
Mm-hmm.
I think that cut would make more sense than one bye for like 4 teams at a time,
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
But,
yeah.
it's a matter of how they do it, and they'll probably do some stupid rule where if your team is too hurt, you can have another bye week. Might be their solution. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of on the same topic of football.
Mm-hmm.
I have a real problem with Michigan fans in the state of Ohio. It has nothing to do with the rivalry between Michigan and Ohio State, though. My problem is the fact that Michigan fans are just so fucking annoying about it,
Yeah.
Like, they're always like, look at me, I'm a Michigan fan. Hey, wait, you like Ohio State? You're a faggot. Like, they make it. I've not met one Michigan fan that doesn't like have a flag for Michigan University or whatever the fuck. Michigan, is it Michigan State University? That's the college for that team.
Well, the Michigan Wolverines are the University of Michigan.
Which is the one that is rival to Ohio State?
What school is that? University of Michigan. It's the yellow M, navy blue background.
Yeah. It's the craziest thing to me is that like these Michigan fans, half of them haven't even been to fucking Michigan. The other thing
is strange. It's like you're in the wrong state, buddy.
I would say, just because I did my math test, so I know about math now. I would say 29/30ths of them didn't even go to Michigan State. Like, if you like Michigan so much and you've been such a Michigan State fucking football fan, why are you going to, like,
well, this is
Texas
starting to get
A&M?
This is starting to get confusing because there's also a college called the Michigan State Spartans. So,
well, those guys can go kick rocks. I ain't talking about them. Didn't Ohio State last weekend play a Michigan team and just roll the fuck out of them?
It was poor old Eastern Michigan.
That's what it was. I watched that shit go down off and on in real time.
I unironically started a college football dynasty where I started playing as that team.
Dude, because last weekend I did a little bit of bar hopping and, fucking around, finding out. And, like, the first bar I went to, the game had started, and I was, like, just kind of half watching it, half not. And then we went and did some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to another bar. And by the time we got there, Ohio State had a crazy-ass lead and, like, maybe... I want to say in the 70-point range, but that sounds wrong.
Yeah,
is that right?
It was like 56 when you messaged me, and you were like, "Ulterior, why the fuck did Ohio State just bully this team from Michigan? Why did they do this?"
Dude, they had no points.
It was 56 to nothing.
It was the funniest shit I've ever fucking seen in like any sport I've ever watched.
The only reason Ohio State does that shit is so that their number goes higher. That's the only reason they were rolling this team so far over and just fucking punching down.
Just punching down as far as they can.
There should be a rule for Ohio State where they have to battle every Ohio and Michigan team. And if they lose once, they are kicked out of the Big Ten.
Like Eastern Michigan, they're punching. This is how they're punching down, okay? Get a load of this. Here's a little bit of visual comedy for you. Just fucking beating their face. Like, the guy's already knocked out. Calm down. Like, stop it.
He was dead in the first quarter. Stop.
Yeah, he's dead. You don't have to keep going. Stop.
It was crazy. There's also a Western Michigan and Central Michigan team.
Nice.
Additionally, Ohio University has a team. University of Akron has a team. University of Toledo has a team, and they're all in the same conference with poor old Eastern Michigan.
That is sad.
Yeah, it's a rough life being a B-teamer.
Yeah, I thought that shit was so fucking funny.
If there's an Ohio Tech, it'll be in that fucking conference.
And I guess it was so funny to me is because I started watching it at the very beginning, the absolute beginning. Nobody had any points. And then maybe like 2 hours later, I'm somewhere else and the game is on. And it's just a fucking slaughter fest for Western Michigan. Like, it was sad to watch.
Can you imagine?
Like, just give up.
You're watching like the first what would be called first round of a boxing match, and it's like perfectly even. And then you go to a different place and watch the same match, and the guy just gets auto knocked out at the start of round 5. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, and the guy just keeps beating him up. He's knocked out. Like, the ref's like, dude, stop. Stop.
His eye pops out. His teeth are falling out. Stop.
Yeah, dude. Ohio State straight up Chris Benoit, those poor boys, dude.
It was so fucking crazy to experience any part of that game. But that's what happens in college football. They try to bully the other conferences as much as possible to say, we're still a strong team. Please keep us as number 3 or number 2 or number 5. That's the only reason they do it.
Yeah, and then And then you have all these fucking pussies out here who are saying like, "Oh, stop bullying. Bullying needs to end." Yeah, no, on the field, that shit's funny. That's enjoyable to watch. I like that.
I remember popular football quarterback Drew Brees when he was on the Saints in like 2012. He unironically threw 7 touchdowns in a game. And it was just like, not my fault, they suck.
He was on the many Saints in Newark.
Yeah, he was on the New Orleans Saints and he fucking dismantled the other team. And then a guy that no one will remember, I'm just going to say the name here, Nick Foles of the Eagles also threw 7 touchdowns in a game.
Damn.
There is a funny little side gag when Nick Foles was still around and they extended him on the Jaguars. And they were like, "Oh, Nick Foles, we definitely need a passing touchdown here. Like, you threw 7. It shouldn't be that hard." And he went, I think I used all my touchdowns that game.
I ran out. Sorry, guys.
I ran out. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do this. I'm sorry. It was so, like, sad sounding. And I was just like, man, that's real. That's real pain right there, dude. And it's funny because it was the Jaguars extending him for 5 years, and he was only there for 2. And then they dropped him and paid him for 3 more years.
Yeah, or like Jeremy Clarkson would say, the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, imagine like a Jaguar, like the vehicle, but instead of like the fucking, like the Jaguar hood ornament, it's a gay guy's penis. And then on Top Gear, Jeremy Clarkson's like, Today on Top Gear, James May is going to do fucking something, and I'm going to drive this Jaguar with a dildo on it into Hammond's ass. And the theme song plays. And that's the episode.
There was a video I sent where its caption is, "Man goes insane after ending 11 seasons of Frasier," and he drives through a McDonald's in like a shopping mall, and and people are like screaming for help as he's doing it. Have you seen that?
No.
It's like the most terrifying video ever, and I was just like, I need to send this. I also sent this video like a week or 2 ago. I don't know if we mentioned it last week, but sorry, there's a side plot going on in a different server. I keep staring at it.
I keep hearing messages. Let's do the Discord minute here on the podcast. Shit. We'll just read what people are saying.
For the Instagram stuff that I was sending around, it was this guy that thought he had powers. So he used a bunch of TikTok filters to put like lightning bolts on his hands and fucking fire the lightning bolts like it was actually coming from his hands. And I was just like, fuck yeah, this guy's crazy. He had an edit where he was in a bathroom looking at himself in the mirror, and then he masked it. He masked the footage, or at least cut the footage down the middle, like right here, and had a different take of his reflection looking at him, like turning to see him. And I was like, this shit is crazy. I need to share this, man. This is fucking wild.
It's fucked.
Oh, man. I can't wait for basketball to come back. I'll say it right now. Unironically, Mr. LeBron James and his son playing in a game together is going to be crazy.
Is that actually happening? LeBron James and LeBron James' son playing together?
Yeah, they're drafted on... Well, they weren't drafted on the same team. LeBron pretty much said, Lakers, get my boy. And they got his boy.
Probably because LeBron... Probably because LeBron makes more than the Lakers as like a... as an entity does within a year.
I mean, he will make like $1 billion in like the next extension he gets. So
Yeah.
it works out.
I've seen LeBron James promoting a sports betting app recently.
Yeah, he was hanging out with Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart was ragging on him for like 30 seconds straight. He was like, well, they want somebody who can run the 40, not somebody who is 40, and just fucking rolling him over as much as possible.
Holy shit.
It was a great ad.
Yeah, more like Kevin Fart, am I right?
Speaking of great ads, Fireball had an ad with our popular, I don't know if we could say acquaintance of the show, Stavros from Cumtown.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They did do a Stavros Fireball thing. Shane Gillis did a thing for Bud Light, friend of the show, Shane Gillis. I heard that he got the name Shane from me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm the first guy who ever did that. Dude. Yeah, I'm the first guy who ever
Spelled
did that.
The same and
he
everything.
Stole my moniker. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. He stole it from me.
I don't know. Maybe I need to do Shane in quotations in the description. Just make it a stage name.
Yeah, the Shane.
But yeah, the Stavros commercial was pretty good because it happened right after I saw Aaron Rodgers throw an interception. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
It's going to be wild if, like, normal people ever find any of the shit he said on Cumtown.
Yeah.
Because I was rewatching I was re-listening. For the past 2 weeks, I've been re-listening to, like, some of the episodes I really liked.
Yeah.
And compared to like what Stav does now and like how he presents himself, he was like way fucking different back then. I mean, there's stuff that like his normie audience would be like, "Oh my god, that's so racist," even though it's just jokes.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like if Nick Mullen wasn't the main character of that pod for half the time, and Stavros was in there more, I don't think Stavros would have gotten that agent that would have booked him for anything.
Stav was the laughing track of that podcast. They really captured lightning in a bottle with that shit, I feel like.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting to see where everybody went, especially since Stavros was like, "Oh yeah, I have no beef," and then he makes his own pod. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I don't really know, nor do I care. I just know the Adam Friedland show is to me a lot funnier than whatever Stav is doing right now, just personally. I don't know.
I know Stav.
It's just my opinion.
Stavros was on a lot of like Hassan Abi's podcast. And
yeah, he did Hassan stuff too.
He was on Ludwig's podcast.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He was on The Yard. It was actually a decent episode, but they had to rely on him to tell stories because they are all bland white men.
Yeah, they all
similar
suck.
to us, but worse somehow. So
we're funny. We have jokes. We know stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we're funnier than. I feel like for at least in a podcast context, we're a lot more entertaining than fucking Ludwig or something, you know? Like even like when Moist Critical did the official podcast or whatever, that shit like was not that funny. It was very bland at times, I felt like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I try and bring the fire on this show. I try and give true patriot news to the true patriots that watch this fucking show, right?
Yeah.
Our true MAGA, Donald Trump, right-wing, neo-Nazi, hating black people fans that we're trying to attract
our
here.
Sam Hyde supporters.
Yeah, no, I don't want Sam Hyde supporters following us. Absolutely not. Those guys suck dick. They're the worst people ever, and it's not because like, oh, they're racist, they're anti-Semitic. It's because they're never satisfied with fucking anything.
Yeah. I know whenever they try to end like a fish tank season, the chat's like, "No, please come back, please." It's really sad.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like this $1 million extreme money, literally like objectively the funniest thing ever. And the like diehard MDE fans will call it garbage. Like it's so fucking stupid. Like those people are. I like Sam Hyde's stuff. Don't get me wrong. I like what they do. I don't consider myself part of like the diehard fan base or anything like that.
Yeah.
Those guys just piss and moan all the time, and they just bitch about nothing. They're annoying. That's my 2 cents on that.
I can't wait for popular musician Post Malone. I continue to bring him up because he will be performing in my area soon. And it'd be really fucking wild if I got booked up for being over there on the day of. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, you could meet him. You could tell him about our show. You could regale him about the podcast.
I can talk about the barbecue oracle like I did with Nick Mullen, and then he like gave me a weird, questionable face. Like, what the fuck even is that? He was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" When I brought it up to him. I can do that with Post Malone. Do you know the barbecue oracle? He's like in the middle of performing Fortnite with Taylor Swift, and he hears me saying barbecue, and he's like, "What the fuck is that guy on about?"
He starts running. He thinks it's that one Haitian gang leader that currently runs Haiti Barbecue. See, that wasn't a bad tie-in.
Well, I think it'd be funny if I said something about the barbecue oracle, and then he stops the entire set, stares at me, and goes, "That guy's on crack," and throws me out.
It'd be even funnier if he knew what you were talking about.
It'd be crazy if he was like, "Ah, shit, yeah, dude, I know that exactly, bro."
Yeah, I just did a show in North Carolina. That shit's fucking nuts, dude. What the fuck's going on with that shit?
Yeah, man. Oh, it'd be really funny to do that, or I'm like checking people in for the event, like the concert. And I'm just like subliminally saying barbecue under my breath. I'm like, barbecue, barbecue, as they keep like checking through. And see if
you have to look around
knows.
too, like.
Yeah, it's like a hidden passcode.
Barbecue. Yeah, like, dude,
barbecue.
Is the deep state hearing this right now? They can't fucking know about this, dude. Yeah, pull a guy aside and be like,
"Do you know the barbecue oracle?
Dude, do you know the barbecue oil? You can't tell anybody about this shit. You can't tell fucking anybody. Do you understand? You can't tell fucking anybody what the barbecue oil oracle is. Okay? Shut up. You can't tell anybody." And then you just
Jack
explain it to him like ad nauseum.
Have you watched Jack and Jill featuring Adam Sandler? Just pull a guy aside and ask him that instead, and he's like, "What the fuck?" 2011 classic Jack and Jill.
Yeah, you start fucking yapping in a whisper about the barbecue oil oracle. I almost keep saying oil, but the barbecue oracle, and then all of a sudden you're like, Willem Dafoe was in Platoon in like 1989, dude. It was like a crazy role for him, and he ends up dying in the movie. Like, what happens if they make like another Minecraft movie? Are they gonna call it another Minecraft movie?
I guess it'd be a shit title though. Would it still have Jack Black as Steve, or would he respawn as a young Jack Black?
I don't know.
They haven't even talked about respawning in this trailer either. Do you respawn in this, or is it a hardcore world?
If you die in the game, you die for real.
It's like Tron. I mean,
it's that.
It's like the Matrix.
Yeah, or fucking Sword Art Online, that fucking anime or whatever.
Yeah, you're fucking Yeah, I bet you're fucking Kiriko, you son bitch, you fucking Kirito
Yeah.
motherfucker, you son bitch.
Yeah, suck cock online.
Oh man, it's been really interesting to see how little how little is coming out of the gaming industry in the past like month and a half. And I know a lot of people will be like,
shambles.
a lot of people will be like, fucking Wukong was so good. Yeah, but I don't have a PlayStation 5 or a computer that's strong enough for it. But it did look good. Same thing with like Warhammer 2. Warhammer Space Marine 2.
Sony came out with that like fucking Overwatch gender game or whatever the fuck it was, where like your character select they have pronouns.
Yeah, it's Concord, right I think. Concord's dead like, as fuck.
Yeah, Concord, that's what it was. I think it would be. I feel like if that game got popular, it would probably drive more hate towards like the gender crowd, because if there's like a character that's really good and really busted, people are probably going to
busty. Say what? Very busty. What are you talking about?
You know, if there's an OP character, fucking, I know I would start making slurs about that character, and I feel like I'm definitely not the only one that would do that shit. But I don't know, just like classic gamer rage, you know. my fucking Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gamer rage would come out immediately, and I'd just start tossing slurs around like a Thanksgiving pig skin.
Black Ops 6 does come out in a couple, like I think 3 or 4 weeks, and
oh shit,
the gameplay was really fucking good. So I'm like,
I played the beta, like 1 or 2 games of the beta on shitty internet.
It was good gameplay. It was good gameplay.
Is that beta over with now?
Yeah, it's far dead.
Damn, that sucks.
But I would have. I think I might invest into this Black Ops game. That might low key be what I do. I don't know when. I might wait for a sale, which never happens for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might wait until like December, see if there's a holiday deal, and then take that.
Yeah. I want to get it. My problem is I have to invest money to actually play it, aka I have to get more Xbox Live, so that's $60.
And then I have to get
I gotta buy the game, and then I have to get a hard drive for my fucking ZES Xbox, which is who knows how much those fucking cost nowadays. So I have to like make like, if I get the new Black Ops, it'll literally have to be an investment. And it ain't one I'm going to get a return on.
I know our good friend of the show, Patrick, he was so fucking upset about that too. He was like,
what?
He was like,
oh,
I shouldn't have to fucking use 300 gigs of storage for one game. That's bullshit. Even though the way that the game runs on Xbox, you don't have to install the other games. You just need the Call of Duty launcher part of the game. And the beta, but in this case it would be the full Black Ops 6 game. And whatever patches for it. And that'd be it. So I'm not sure if it'd be 300 gigs or if it'd be more like maybe like 100.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of anything, I'm going to have to fucking get extra storage in Xbox Live to play the fucking thing. And I mean, we were bitching about it like 1 or 2 episodes ago, how they're like, yeah, we're not doing Warzone shit.
Yeah, and then they bring it back
the shareholders
anyways.
started their yap fest, and they're like, well, yeah, I guess we now have to do Warzone because of some fucking retards at Activision. I don't know. Warzone's kind of fucking lame. Sometimes I think about getting into Warzone, and then I'm like, there's no way I'm ever going to be good at it. There's people who have years and years of experience doing it, and I don't have the time, effort, know-how, or like give a fuck to actually like work on getting better at it. I don't know, because I feel like Warzone is like PUBG, but it's like it's Call of Duty, so it's like kind of more fun to play, maybe.
Yeah.
But because I played Warzone before, it was fine. But I don't know, man. I'm not super keen on Warzone. I'd take Fortnite over Warzone any day.
I just want to play multiplayer, and if campaign is magically too hard for my little gamey brain, then I will just watch cutscenes and figure out what the story was.
Yeah. I did the Black Ops Cold War campaign on Veteran, and that shit was fucking easy as fuck, dude. That was not a hard campaign at all. I did that in like maybe a day or something, or not like 24 hours worth of a day, but like I don't know. I remember maybe it was over the like split up over the course of 2 days. I completed it, but like World at War Veteran campaign. There's like a wall I reached where I was like, I can't do this shit anymore. It was pretty late in the game. I struggled through a lot of that shit, which basically makes me a U.S. Army combat veteran, by the way. I'm like the same as them, but I don't know, dog. They just don't make them like they used to.
Yeah, I don't know if my little gamer brain can put together the momentum of beating that Black Ops 6 story, I would absolutely love to recap what occurs in that game on the pod.
Yeah. I mean, the campaign looks interesting. I'd like to. I don't know. Like, I primarily would buy the game probably for the campaign because I want to know what happens after Black Ops Cold War.
Well,
but I don't know, man.
I believe that is the end of this week's podcast.
Yep.
Northwest
the Dark
Trenches.
MAGA Patriot podcast.
Minus Sam Hyde supporters, apparently.
Yeah.
But yes, this is the end of yet another podcast. I'm Ulterior or Ronnie Guy. This was Shane.
And I'm Shane.
Yeah. And that's the end of and that's the end of the pod for this week. Hope you guys have a good weekend. All right.
See you guys.
Everyone knows that you can.